And here we go. We're getting ready to go to Dallas's birthday bash and all hands on deck on Saturday for his build for his 50th anniversary. There we are, right there. Look at us. There we are. And there's Cash. You getting ready?
Yep.
Right. Taking the old Lizard King up there. People don't realize this is my driver. This is what I drive. The only thing I have to do to this thing when we go is I got to put, because it does. One day I'll figure this out. I'll get one of those little, cash cans over here. But for right now, this works. But just a little bit of blow-by on it, because at 3,000 RPM for, 3 hours. Does its deal. So here we're at. We got everything in here. And we're getting ready to head out for the all hands on deck birthday bash. Right, buddy?
Yeah.
All right.
Birthday bash.
We're out of here. Moving on. All right, so we're at Speedway, exit 143, right, buddy?
Yep.
And we're gonna do a check on shit. I put rags here so that way the vapor doesn't go down, like I said. But see, it works. No oil drippity drip drip. Slant daily garage. Flux capacitor flexing. We're good. We saw someone on the road. We gave him a sticker.
Yeah.
I'll post a video here. So. Yeah, it was pretty good. All right, you're gonna watch this. I'm gonna go pee.
Okay.
Go ahead, give it to him. Give it to him.
Flip.
Give a guy a fucking sticker. Right on, man. What'd you think of that, dude?
That was cool.
That was cool, huh?
Yeah.
These things always fascinate me. Would you? Hot dogs on the dyno. How long have they been there? That's a gnarly one. So we made it. We're here at the all hands on deck thing. Dylan Levi's here. We still got some other people to show up. This is the car that we're doing. So we're going to be putting in this axle here. It's pretty cool. This is his shifter. We're going to be putting in the cage. So Dylan's going to be welding in the cage. Dallas and I are going to be doing this axle. What's this axle again?
9.3 Pontiac Olds.
9.3 Pontiac Olds. Look at how massive that thing is, dude. It's a monster. He's got aluminum drums for it and everything. So it's badass. So, and what year is this thing again?
63 Buick Special.
63 Buick Special. Dude, it's pretty cool. He was telling me it's kind of like a Corvair at one point. This is the year after the Corvair, so that's why the trunk is so massive. And then up here in the front, excuse me. Go ahead. All right, excuse me. He's got his engine, and then he's got these mounts in the front, and then he's got the mid plate in the back. It's pretty cool. And he's in the process of doing headers. So this is what we're doing. This is the plan, and then we're going to be driving back. You ready to get some sweat equity?
Yes.
That's right. I told him he doesn't even start on the totem pole. He's to the side of the totem pole right now. Then he gets on the totem pole after a few days. So right now he's expending energy spinning, but he's going to be standing here soon. All right.
I like spinning tires.
I'm telling you right now, it's an expensive habit because I spin tires a lot and I've spent a lot of money doing it. All right. We need to get moving. Dallas wants to use as much of the factory stuff as possible, so we came up with, I told him, it's like, he wanted to run a box inside this. I was like, just box this in, just plate the top of this. So here's one that we kind of did. We plated this in. He just, ran beads here, over there, put it in, we're going to paint it up. But yeah, he's going to run these. These are the lower ones, and we're getting ready to do that one. We just cut it out. And then for the upper control arms, he got these here. Now they're too long, so we're going to cut this here, sink this back here to wherever it needs to be, and then re-weld that in, because this is what he's got. So this is what me and Dallas are trying to get in. And right now, Dylan's got the first hoop in. We just called Deke to find out where we're going to have these bars land, and we're going to land the bars right here where the shock tower is. That's going to be right to the side of it right there, and then go right through there and go up. So yeah, we're moving along, and Cash is getting his workout,
I
right?
don't know what this is.
That is called a box cutter, buddy. It's very sharp. Yeah.
That's a box cutter.
Let's see. Yeah, it's got a razor blade inside there. Yeah. That's a hook with a razor blade. It'll mess you up, dude. Mess you up. Yeah. So that's what we got going, and as we progress, I'll show it to you. Alrighty. So right now it's about 2 o'clock or so. We got the live stream going over there. Kim's holding that up. We got one bar in on the backside. Buff is watching the cats right now. Got the rear end together. And yeah, there you go. Cam on cam. And we got these all painted up and done. It's still drying right now. It's Cash. Dylan's getting that bar in. So this is a 9 1/4 rear end. Bigger than you could ever imagine. I mean, this thing's a monster. I mean, this thing dwarfs a 9-inch, so he's never going to break this thing. Our goal was to put this in, but the upper control arms, we didn't have the inserts for the rods to put in here. So I took those home, and I'm going to build those for him. And then they were over there working on that. And like I said, Buff's taking the chats.
There's Cash.
Dylan's putting the last little in there. It's got the front, one front. He's got this one here. Then we're going to do the kickers and the door bars. He's doing this is the worst part, is doing these two right here. Dude's a trooper. And there's Brooke. So, if you're wondering, this is Dallas' super stock engine, and it clearly has all the mods. Line, probably look at his channel, Mr. Rudder's Neighborhood. He talks about it. This is a line kind of going to the back feeding the oil. So this is the one we did a lot of stuff on it when I was at another company, Crower. We designed the cam for this. I got all the retainers and springs and everything lowered on this. We took 35 grams out of the actual retainer and the top of the spring. Brings about another 600 RPM. He's got a transmission, a manual trans here. Gonna go in, put it over here. So this is what's going in there. So yeah, he's gonna have some fun doing it. So here we go. You having fun, Cash?
Yeah.
Good. You gonna sleep good tonight?
Yeah, I'm Dylan.
Hold on to that part right there. So the Skylark is leaving. This is it's about 5 in the afternoon, maybe 6, I don't know. Let's get a little video of this thing. Let's hear some noise. So awesome. Woohoo! Dallas's neighbors love him. That's awesome. Yeah, smoke it if you can do it. It's kind of where we're at. I think tomorrow morning me and Dallas are going to put this in there, just because there's a lot of stuff here. We're going to put the factory control arms in it, just hang it. Show you kind of where Dylan's at with the cage. So he's kind of got the one kicker tacked in to a plate. Do the same thing over here. Then we're going to put the door bars forward. He's an animal. And this is what we got going over here. We got got a fire kind of going right now. It's all charcoal. We did it with paper, so there's no like that stuff over here. I didn't use any of that lighter fluid at all. We used that with some paper. Called it good. Doused inside, getting some steaks ready, and yeah, it's an event. I'm trying not to show everything because I'm not trying to hijack his stuff. We've got a live that's been going on for the past 4 hours now, 5 hours. So if you go to Mr. Rodder's neighborhood, that's the live right there. Buff and Kim have been kind of monitoring the chat. How's it going? Good? Go, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's where we're at. I'm cooking right now. All right. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done.
And I think we really have a chance with that second gear leave, and the whole the starting line ratio is really good, so we'll see.
Look at Cash.
We're going to do some Mexico testing.
Get it. You're gonna cut through the
I think
plate,
Yeah, you're going to cut through the
Second year
plate.
leave for your car is probably ideal.
Yeah.
Having some T-bones. He's having T-bones. I'm just having a small steak. And then we're all just taking a break. It's like 6:30 at night. So, yeah. We're all a little tired. Everyone's a little slowed down. So,
Yeah, a little hotter than it should have been.
yeah.
A little more mosquito-y than it should have been.
Mosquitoes are pretty brutal, dude.
I don't
Pretty
understand why they're
brutal.
coming out at night. Usually they like the daylight, the heat, and
Well, they've been out all day.
All day. They started first thing in the morning.
really? I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
start having issues until later in the evening.
Oh.
No, they've been out all day.
They probably just didn't see me.
I didn't smell you yet.
They were landing on everyone else.
They were checking your blood to see if it was good, and then they're like, "Oh no, we don't want that."
Negative.
I just stopped caring. I just started feeding them.
I did too. I was like, I'm just praying. And after a while, I was like, I just don't care anymore. Good morning. It is 6 a.m. on Sunday morning, and only the hardest core up. There's Mr. Dylan Levi in there, finishing up some of the welds. Told him I'd get up with them and help out. We didn't really get to bed until probably about 10:30 last night. So, yeah, a lot of work was done. Kim from Buff and Kim, she put a patch panel in right here yesterday. This has had a hole in it, and then we got this together. We kind of got a plan to do that, to do those. Like I said, I did the lower control arms, and then basically I was the chef yesterday. I cooked lunch and dinner, and then cleaned up and everything. And yeah, it was good. So this is going to be finished out today. I don't know how long we're going to be staying till, because I want to definitely get home for some time tonight. Maybe upload this, who knows. And then we're going to be driving the Lizard King back. But Dylan's cracking away on this. He's got to get these in there, but literally it's put in there all the way in. We got the door bars going all the way forward up to there. He's the man. He's got a lot. 4 hours of welding.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got about 4 hours of welding to go. So, here's what it is. All right, we'll leave him alone. So we kind of hit a stopping point. We ran out of gas on that one and that one. So it just is what it is. But kind of give you an idea of where we got to. Mr. Dylan got up early and was doing it, and it just basically got to this. That needs to be finished. That finished. One more right there, and then the two in the back. But big steps. Definitely a big step. So it was a success, right, Dallas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot. What everybody but got a lot done.
Yeah.
So now there's a lot less to do.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
So that's that. And like I said, I'm going to do the top bars on those. He's going to make some little welds to make those smaller. And then we just fired up the old pig here, letting it warm up for a minute before we start our ride back. You can good old slant 6 chugging away, nice and happy, doing its thing. We'll see you on the road. Well, we made it back. I didn't videotape anything. The drive went smooth. We get back here, everything's good. You know, I always check fluids, and I noticed that there's no pressure on it. I'm like, the hell? It's hot, and it's at that line. I'm like, well, I must have a leak. So I start looking around, look down there, and I see a little bit of coolant. You barely see it right there. I start looking around, I'm like, man, why do I see coolant on the hose and on the belts and all that stuff? Water pump just died, literally coming out of the weep hole. It's the first time I've ever had one on a slant 6 ever actually just go bad coming out of the weep hole. So, and I don't have this thing tight. I mean, this is loose and this is loose. I mean, I keep them pretty loose. So, I don't know. Gotta put a new water pump on it. Well, sometimes I'd rather be lucky than good. Today's definitely lucky. I was 4 hours away from home, and I didn't even know I had an issue. I mean, it was running just fine. So, yeah, well, so that happened. So, water pump. Yeah. Oh boy. Not a big deal. They go in and out pretty easily. And that gives me time to change that hose right there. Because I always like to keep up on that hose. I've had it blow once on me. So, anyways, we're here. We're back. Car. I'm going to tally up the mileage later. And maybe I'll put it like right here. It'll be right here in just a second. What I kind of got for mileage. And we did, on the way there, we were speeding. We did like 84 miles an hour or something like that. On the way home, we kept it cool. We stayed right around 75 to 77 miles an hour all the way home. No traffic, no nothing. So anyways, it was fun weekend. It's Sunday. And I just put drive shafts in that because I had to have them balanced. And I noticed the fluid on the ground. And well, after I checked everything, that's when I noticed the fluid. So anyways, that's where we're at. Hope you guys had an awesome time. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a whole weekend. Didn't really video any of the drives or anything because it was just easy. It was just me and the kid. We were cruising, just talking about life, and it was nice outside. It's kind of overcast and not super hot. So anyways, until next time, peace.